Well, back in the good old days, you could fill up your car with petrol or diesel using that quaint form of currency known as cash. Or if you're as old as me, heaven forbid, a paper cheque. Even when the first credit cards arrived, they took an imprint on a bit of paper which was later sent to the bank. Power cuts or phone outages made no difference then. Modern electronic Visa machines are a little more dependent on some kind of network connection, but are still pretty reliable, and you can still use cash if you want. But have you ever tried to charge an EV with cash? There's nobody to take cash and the machines aren't designed for it. You need to download an app to your phone, create an account, provide masses of personal data, then enter your credit card details before you can do anything. So if the mobile phone network goes down or is poor where the charger is located, you're in trouble, which is exactly what's happening in the UK. Welcome back to MGUY, British engineer and lawyer turned Sydney YouTuber. Please be sure to like, share and subscribe, hit the notification bell, drop a comment down below and don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter X. Just before we start, please ignore the sound of the rain in the background. It's been absolutely terrible here in Sydney. We had a flood in the garage on the weekend. Luckily, the cars were okay, and it's raining again today, so apologies for that. I guess this is one of those unintended consequences of the shift to fully self-service EV charging, where your ability to even connect is dependent on a bunch of conditions, one of which is the mobile connectivity when you're trying to charge up. And it isn't always that good, as they're finding out in the UK. Poor mobile phone coverage stops drivers charging electric cars. 2/3 of Type 2 charge points, the most common in Britain, are affected by bad signal, hitting consumer confidence. Electric vehicle EV drivers could struggle to use around 2/3 of Britain's most common type of public charging point because of patchy mobile phone signal, according to a report. The RAC Foundation, which conducted the research, warned the issue risks undermining confidence in EV infrastructure. The study found that 66% of Type 2 chargers, which have speeds of up to 8 kilowatts in Britain, excluding London, are in areas where at least one mobile network provider does not have usable 4G coverage. In the capital, the figure is only slightly lower at 61.3%. Just as a reminder that Type 2 chargers are the most common public charging point, and they are essentially useless on a journey. An hour of 8 kilowatt charging wouldn't even give you 50 kilometres range, but anyway. The vast majority of Type 2 public chargers require drivers to access them via mobile phone apps, and the chargers themselves need an adequate mobile connection to function. Unless all four of Britain's mobile network providers, EE, O2, 3 and Vodafone, provide adequate coverage at a charger's location, there is a risk a driver will be unable to recharge their EV, the report warned. The RAC Foundation's report was based on analysis of figures from the Department of Transport and mobile network mapping company Terragence. RAC Foundation Director Steve Gooding said, "Drivers of vehicles fueled by petrol and diesel are used to reliable and hassle-free filling up at any one of 8,400 forecourts across Britain. The same cannot yet be said of topping up the battery of an electric car at a public charge point. Where signal connectivity at a charge point is a problem, drivers might conclude that the charger is at fault, hence undermining the confidence we should be building in the reliability of public charging options for electric vehicles. As it is, the list of things that need to be aligned for your charging to work is long enough already. Is the charger working? Is it occupied? Is there a queue? Does it even fit my car? And now you have to make sure you've got adequate mobile coverage to allow the app to communicate with the charger. Just add it to the ever-lengthening line of reasons why you should never, ever buy an EV.